So I've had a day today, okay? So this is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna be pushing myself out of my comfort zone, right? I wanna take you all downtown with me, downtown Chicago, right? But I'm gonna use one lens, and that lens is gonna be the Samyang f2.8 18 mil. It's a wide angle lens. Now this is my first time owning a wide angle lens. So usually I'm on like a 28 to 75 or 24 to 70, right? So I'm on a Tamron right now. So this would be the lens I would typically bring with me on shoots because it's versatile. But I kind of wanted to see what type of shots I can get with just one lens on my camera the entire time. And then I'll let you kind of know my thoughts in between the video. But before we do that, there is a little quick product review I want to do real quick because they are a company that has sponsored creators time and time again. Even the mic that I'm filming this on right now is provided by them, and they didn't even ask me to do this. It's just something I wanted to kind of do for them real quick, and to kind of like put y'all up on game. So, if you are a vlogger, right, I definitely recommend the Deity D4 Duo. And the reason I recommend this mic is because one, I love the fact that it's very lightweight right now. Granted, the Deity D4, no, the D3, whatever, that mic, I'll link that down in the description below. It's a premium build, very high quality, right? But you know, it sticks out a lot. Well, this one here, to me, it doesn't weigh the camera down at all, and they come with these little dead cats here. And the most selling point or the best selling feature to this mic is the fact that there's two mics on this thing here, right? So my past recent vlogs, right? I'll say my past 3 to 4 videos I was vlogging on, all came from this mic here, and that's because I can switch the audio to the I could be talking and have the camera pointing that way, and the audio is still picking up from here. And then if I turn the camera back around, I still got good audio here. So that's like a pretty dope feature to have, especially if you're vlogging. And there's like a little click of a switch here. I'm gonna go ahead and put that in front of the camera, right? You just put the little switch. Now what happens is they end up switching to like pretty much mono, and then you got like a left and right audio channel, or you just got like a one-track channel, if you will. So what you could just do is when you go like an DaVinci Resolve, just change it to, I just double the audio, right? So I just pretty much separate the two, make them both left and right, and then you got audio on both sides. But nonetheless, audio quality superb. They make nothing but amazing equipment. So Deity, I appreciate for everything that you all do, the equipment that you make. It is by far some of the best mics that I've used, and we'll be using that for the remainder of this video. But now that we've got that out the way, let's head downtown. You can always tell they getting ready to film something here in Chicago, for real. See these long ass trailers. So today I want to talk to you all about entrepreneurship woes, right? It's some things that people kind of don't go over when it comes to running a business, and it's doing what we do now, man. And so we're gonna kind of go over like 2 to 3 main topics. And the first topic that I want to kind of discuss with you guys is marketing. Now, knees is not good as they used to be. Now with marketing, you know, it's bigger than just me doing YouTube, right? Because YouTube is a platform which I post my content, true, right? But it's not it's not what brings me clients. To be real, YouTube does not bring me clients. To be real, Instagram and word of mouth does. But I also have to put money into Google Marketing and Google Ads, right? I even register my business on Google Reviews and everything like that to help bring in the traffic and bring that in. But you have to think about this, right? This is all shit that I'm learning from scratch. You know what I mean? Like, yes, I came from a digital marketing background, so some of this stuff I'm privy to, but for the most part, a lot of this stuff is trial and error. And with that, with time is money that I'm sitting here putting into, and sometimes I don't always get the instant gratification I'm used to getting when I do like social media stuff, right? If I post a dope picture like on social media or Instagram, I know instantly that it's gonna be like I'm gonna get some likes about it, right? But sometimes when I post something like to Google Ads, if I post on the Facebook or ads, whatever the case is, I'm not always gonna be able to get that same instant return on the value that I spent on it. Hoping that makes sense. So understand that, man, like when you're understand that when you're putting yourself in that mindset that if you are going to be an entrepreneur or a business owner, you know, there are going to be days where you sitting there, you giving your all, you put all your efforts into marketing, you're trying to make yourself a bigger brand and do all these things. It's not always going to kind of pan out the way you wanted to at that right moment in time. I'm not saying that shit don't never pan out, but not how I wanted to, as fast as I would want it. to. So sometimes that plays on you, and sometimes it can kind of put you in the funk. But before we keep going on, this is a dope picture. Let's get this. Dope picture, right? I love wide angle lenses, B. I'm not gonna lie to y'all, man. It's something about it that I get that you just can't get anywhere else. But moving forward though, when it comes to the marketing, man, you just stay consistent. Don't give up. The shit's gonna get irritating, but at the end of the day, it's something that you have to do, and it's something that you actually need to make a budget for. In your business plan and your P&L, you need to make a budget for marketing. And if you don't, then that means you spending your money somewhere else, like on pointless stuff that doesn't really make you no more money. Making any more money, which is going to be gear. That's the second topic, but we back in the car. Now, moving on. Hey, listen, it's just something about the wide angle. You see what I'm saying? Look at it. We're going to do that again. So anyway, we're going to move on to the second thing that people need to consider with marketing. Now, again, before we leave off marketing, understand this. Your business should have a marketing budget. If you're going to run your business efficiently and you want your business to be respected, then you have to treat it and run it like a respectable business. And any respectable business out there has a marketing budget. Just something to kind of keep in mind. Now, second topic is going to be that gear that I told you all about. Stop spending money in your gear thinking that it's gonna bring you new customers. When you spend money on your gear, what you pretty much is doing is you are just being a consumer and not a business person. As a business person, when I was working in corporate America, the first thing that we had to do is write up like not a P&L, but we had to give a reason why we was buying something, right? We just couldn't just go buy something just because like, oh, I feel like this is gonna make my business run more efficiently and make my business run more smoothly. No, we have to give a reason for why we're buying something. So you don't just see companies want to buy new Macs every time a new Apple joints come out because they're like, oh, yo, we got the new M1 processors. I need to do these Excel spreadsheets a lot faster. You don't see them doing that. But what you will see them doing is like coming up with proposals, or like if the IT department needs these computers for whatever reason, okay, write me up a proposal on why you need this. You should do your business the same way. First of all, if you don't have the money in your account at that moment, or like double, so say if you want like a XT4, right, then you should have $3,400 in your account. The XT4 costs $1,700. You should have that in your account already to spend what you're about to spend. And shout out to my man's Flash Film Photography, because this made perfect sense to me. If you are coming out your own pocket to pay for your new equipment, your camera equipment, whatever the case is, then you're doing it wrong, because you're just being a consumer at this point. Anytime someone drop a camera or a new lens, you feel like you gotta go get it, then you are being played. Like, you have to remember this, man. In our business, and at least in videographer entrepreneurship and running this type of business, it's their job as camera companies to make you feel like you need the next best and latest greatest thing every single time something drop. Prime example, do I need a Sony FX6? No, and I'm not gonna get one, because for what I'm doing, for the wedding business that I'm creating, a cinema camera does not make sense for the line of work that I'm doing. And to be real, a cinema camera really don't make sense for like a lot of the work people are doing, because like right now what these cameras are able to do, mirrorless cameras have kind of caught up to cinema cameras and features, specs, everything that you could think of. Prime example, there's nothing that FX6 can do really that my A7S III can't do besides the internal NDs and I think shutter angle. But other than that, for the type of work that I'm doing, which I'm kind of pushing more towards the wedding business, I don't need that. Wouldn't benefit me at all. But we got another dope little location here. Let's get a picture. Also, real quick, speaking of wide angle photography, also keep in mind, yo, when you think of wide angle, think of it more than just in the landscape mode. Think about it in portrait mode too. I'm gonna take a couple of shots so you can see what that looks like. But so far, the Samyang lens is proving to be the widest angle I kind of need. 18 mil is like, it's a sweet spot. It's a sweet spot for me. Also, dead ass, I'm like really proud of myself, because usually I kind of punk out and still bring my 28 to 75 or something, and just like, oh, I couldn't do it. But I've actually, every picture and video that we've done so far has been on the Samyang 18 mil, and so far I'm pleased with everything I've gotten so far. Everything. I can't see me really. Let's make an adjustment. Now, one thing I have noticed about this Samyang lens is that it suffers some glaring or flaring, if you will, like on the lens part, pretty badly. But I'm not mad at it. That could be like a stylistic choice sometimes. But anyway, this is the ending of the video, if you will, the conclusion. And the last thing about the entrepreneur woes, or something I can warn you about now, is your mental. This is by far the hardest thing I've ever done in my life, but also the most rewarding. And it's the hardest thing because for the most part, we are conditioned, and yeah, I mean, that's the perfect word for it. We're conditioned to go work for someone. Even like when we're in school, they're telling you to go get a degree so you can go work for somebody else. But they're not really teaching you to think and like, yo, be your own business person, because they're teaching you to fall in line with uniform, when we're like, you know what I'm saying, when you can use the bathroom, and when you can take your vacations, when you can call in for a sick day. All of that is like a form of control, and for the most part, we're used to it. Now, I'm not saying for anybody right now who's working 9 to 5, like, yo, I'm not saying anything less or bigger than, you know what I'm saying, what this conversation is right now. This is more so just a truth that I've learned on my own, and it's hard to kind of break that condition. You feel what I'm saying? Like, it's hard for you to take a step out of your own, a leap of faith, to say like, hey, I'm gonna do this on my own, I'm gonna do this my way, I'm gonna run my own business, I'm gonna make it successful without going through ups and downs. Because social media has also conditioned us to think like, hey, if you're not getting this many likes, if you're not sitting here driving this car, if you're not doing this, you're not successful. When realistically, I have to step back and be like, yo, B, you in your 2.5 year, we're gonna say 3 years of running the business, you've already turned a profit. You've worked with one of the biggest foundations in the nation. You feel me? The Obama Foundation. I've worked with some pretty, you know, I worked at Twister before. I worked with his producer. Like, I've worked with some like pretty reputable people. And even documentary work, you feel what I'm saying, that can help change the laws. Like, I've done some amazing things, but because I don't get the accolades or the likes that I feel like I should get sometimes, like, that plays on me. And as an entrepreneur, it's gonna play on you, especially if you're in this line of business or whatever line of business you're in. What I'm trying to tell you is, don't base your success on anything else other than what you're trying to achieve. You feel what I'm saying? Don't look at social media for your success, because it's not real. Don't look at for what your friends think is successful. Right now, if you were to just be making, like, just say $50,000 a year or whatever, but all your bills are paid, all your needs are met, you're successful. Why wouldn't you be successful? Because you ain't making 6 figures. But who said that's success? You feel what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna wait till my man's passed through with the boat. I want y'all to see this too. You know what I'm saying? And he like a brother on the boat. What we talking about? No, like, the music is still pretty loud. I gotta wait. So on that note, I hope you all take my advice, man, and y'all like actually listen to this video. Like, if you enjoyed the video, man, if you enjoyed the Deity D4 do a short review, let me know. Like, you know what I'm saying, send me a like, comment, whatever. Please share the video. I get people all the time telling me, hey, Sean, you should have way more subs than this. Hey, bro, share the shit, bro. Like, I get more subs, gotta share it. But no, seriously, man, work on your psyche, work on your mental. That's super important for you dive into this business. I always say that's the #1 thing that you need to do, is prep your mental before you become an entrepreneur. Understand that it's not always gonna go your way. And then the days that it does, celebrate those days. Deuces, man.